Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Great to see all your shining faces. Happy holidays. We're here in December, ready to have a beautiful concert for you. We're going to start the evening with our community band, and we are so fortunate tonight to have a guest conductor with us. He has come all the way from Durango, Colorado. Has anyone been there before? Wow. You love Durango in here. And he is a great influence on music education at his school, Fort Lewis College, but also was one of my mentors as I went through my graduate degrees, and he was completing his doctorate at ASU. And he's been with us all week. He's on sabbatical from Fort Lewis College, and I just wanted to say how thankful we are and how lucky we are that we've had Dr. Mark Walters with us. Would you please give our guest conductor a round of applause, Dr. Mark Walters and our concert band. Hello, hello. Wasn't that incredible? Please give a warm welcome to our band, Community Band. All right, and also everybody say hello. Those are my folks that are coming in all the way from Canada at the door. Mom and Dad. Could I have everybody just stand up for 1 second here? And if you can move in, we're out of space, believe it or not. We need a little bit more on the ends. We got a whole bunch of people in the lobby. And so before we do this last number, if you have any space to your left or right and you can squeeze, we'd really, really appreciate it. And we have two vehicles that are unfortunately going to need to move. A beautiful BMW ending in 082 and a beautiful Ford ending in 917, I believe. So that's CHW 6917. If you would all please help on that one. So everybody say hello to our co-director of our concert bands, Paul Brewer, helping out here. So as most of you have come in, and thank you for making space. My name is Dr. Robert Hunter. I'm the Director of Instrumental Music, and I introduced our guest conductor at the very beginning, all the way from Fort Lewis College. And when we talked, as we have many times, I mentioned he's a great mentor to me over the years, and we're so lucky to have him on sabbatical from Fort Lewis College and with us this last week. But one of the things we talked about was when he came in, some of the things he would be able to enjoy on the performance, and I'm giving everybody a chance to come on in the wings here. And so this group in particular has had a lot of fun with him, and one of our great students that you've heard play a saxophone solo with this band, if you've been at our other concerts, he wrote a march. And this march has a really unique, wonderful name. If you look in your program, it is actually called Teddy Bear Parade. His name is Teddy, indeed. And Teddy, would you stand up, please, and be recognized? All right, now I have to tell them this, Teddy, and you can stay standing and take responsibility for this. But this is his first piece for concert band, and this is a world premiere. And we're going to perform it tonight with Dr. Walters. You get to see it for the one and only time it will be premiered, of course. And what he decided to do is he loves horn players. And he knows that they play a lot of offbeats and marches. And so what he did is that at the very end of the march, he gave the horn players all the woodwind parts. And then he gave the clarinet players all the offbeats. And so pay very special attention to what happens to their faces over here in the horn section. Horns, would you all hold your instruments up for everybody, please? Yeah, they're going to melt in a little bit, as you'll see. So we're very proud of you, Teddy, for writing this march for us. And definitely want to give him a big round of applause tonight. So, thank you for your patience in getting everybody in here tonight. We're so glad we have a full house, and we're so glad we can share beautiful music with you tonight. This is a tremendous group of people on stage we meet once a week. We have a blast together. We have so much fun together, playing and sharing the human experience of music. And so, our last number, of course, is a march. You're welcome to join in on the end with us. And this is the Teddy Bear March. It's under the direction of Maestro Mark Walters. And please give one last round as we do a quick transition after this for our next band. Please give a good night to the community band and welcome Dr. Walters.
Thank you very much. It's so great to be here. As Rob told you, I went to Arizona State, so I lived in the Valley for about 2.5 years and loved it. And I love Durango, but I love both places. And I've had such a good time. Rob is such a good host, such a wonderful friend, and such a great teacher. Oddly enough, we had talked about this for years, wanting to get out, want to work, want to meet your students, want to work with your students. And so the sabbatical really made it very easy for me to take the time. So I'm very appreciative of my college giving me time off to sort of refresh and re-energize. And I want to say thank you to this band because I want to see them after this piece. And I also want to make one little tiny announcement about the first march after the set change. It'll be quick. But the march, the Commando March by Samuel Barber, it's a very, very unusual, very demanding march, very challenging. But the most noticeable thing is if I talk about it afterwards, it won't mean anything to you. But he wrote it in 1943, and our beloved John Williams, that we know and revere, his Raiders of the Lost and the E.T. and the this and the that, and he just literally reached down into about a minute and 50 seconds into this march and just pulled out a whole chunk and shoved it right in Star Wars. You will not believe what a case of lifting and stealing someone's ideas. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. That was 77 or something when Star Wars came out, and he was probably sitting around going, aha, I'm going to stick part of Commando March in it. It's a lot of fun. I usually hear a chuckle from the audience. Please, at this time, I'd like to play this exciting composition by Mr. Teddy Leathers, and he is, I know he's thrilled. That's got to be, I wish he could be on the podium to listen to it. It's the best seat in the house. Thank you.
Please give a great round to our composer and the world premiere, Teddy's Teddy Bear March. Thank you again, Dr. Walters, and thank you, Community Bands.